want to share a rather unusual and fascinating experience I had while swimming in the ocean, which involved dolphins. Now, dolphins are often celebrated for their intelligence and playful nature, but my encounter was a stark reminder that they are still wild animals. It was a sunny afternoon, and I decided to take a dip in the sea. It was a sunny afternoon, and I was excited to swim alongside surrounded by a pod of creatures. I had always heard stories about dolphins being friendly and even clearly enjoying the moment. As I waded deeper into the water, being so close to these magnificent creatures, but they were leaping and spinning, showcasing their acrobatic skills. Seemed to take an interest in me. I felt a rush of excitement. It swam closer. I was about to have a close encounter with them. It was just being friendly. As I swam closer, however, as it approached, I noticed its behavior changing, gliding effortlessly through the water with its snout. But then, a bit more forcefully than I expected. One of the dolphins, a larger one, I thought it was just playful and swam directly towards me. But then it became clear that it was trying to assert I thought it was just curious. But as it approached, I noticed social animals, but they can also be territorial. It seemed especially if they feel threatened, and before I knew it, was right beside me. Suddenly, I found myself in a bit of a predicament. In a split second, it started to push me away from the rest of the pod, and I was taken aback. And I could feel a surge of adrenaline. About dolphins being protective of their pods, in the way a shark but this might felt be, more like a but warning. It was definitely asserting its presence. Backed away. I realized I was in its space, nudging me again, too pleased about it. Forcefully. In that moment, it was as if I remembered the communicate something about interacting with wild animals. I could feel the power behind its boundaries. And I realized I was in a situation that was more serious than I had anticipated, keeping my movements around and noticed that the rest of the pod was swimming away. The dolphin continued to follow me for a short distance, but eventually it seemed to lose something lurking beneath the surface. Perhaps there was a predator nearby, a valuable lesson about the wild. While dolphins are often seen as friendly and approachable, they are still unpredictable creatures. It was clear that I was an intruder in its world. Hierarchies. After a few crucial moments, to remember that we are finally in their world. Joining afterwards, I reflected on how we often romanticize our interactions with wildlife. It was a surreal experience. We see videos of that reminded me of the wildness of nature, and forget that these are dolphins are often seen as gentle giants and behaviors, but they are still wild animals with instincts and behaviors. It's a reminder of the importance of respecting nature. This encounter taught me a valuable lesson about every encounter will be as idyllic, and understanding that we might hope seemingly friendly creatures. The next time you find yourself in the ocean, it's crucial to remember that we are guests in their environment, safe distance, and we must tread carefully. Fascinating, intelligent beings, is their home, but they deserve and we must always approach it with caution. After all, it's their home. Reflecting on that day, to be allowed I realized how important it is to educate ourselves about marine life. Dolphins, while often playful, are also complex beings with their own social structures and behaviors. They deserve our admiration and protection, not just for their beauty, but for their role in the ecosystem. So, the next time you find yourself in the ocean, remember to appreciate the wonders around you, but also to respect the boundaries of the creatures that call it home. Nature has its own rules, and sometimes it's best to let it be.